What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Payne. Welcome back to another Street Fighter Duel video. And this video, guys, we're going to be focusing strictly on guild bosses. Now, what I want to do in this series is kind of cover every single boss and show you guys what teams are going to work best for what boss using pay-to-win characters as well as free-to-play characters. Now, you know I've gone through the video already in terms of my top 5 free-to-play and my top 5 pay-to-win. And I'm going to show you guys results from both. Now, I will say this right from the get-go. My pay-to-win characters are obviously pretty maxed out. Some of them are not plus, so actually most of them are not plus 40. They're all like 31, 33 for Fight Spirit, but my free-to-play characters, majority of them are only plus 5 to plus 25 to some plus 30, so it's really random. I'm saving a lot of my resources for Akuma when he comes out, and from there I'll start building other characters. But I wanted to kind of help you guys out in terms of building a team on these guild bosses in order to get the best bang for your buck and best rewards from them. Now, the first boss we're going to focus on is Ixil. So I'm going to show you guys what he does and what he's all about. Then I'm going to show you guys my pay-to-win team results and what team I use and the combo that I set up. And then I'm going to show you guys a free-to-play version of that team. And then I'm going to show you guys the characters and what gear I have, etc. So you kind of see why the difference in damage is there. But I promise you, if you've been focusing on these characters and you use that same team, the results will be pretty astonishing, okay? So let's look at the leaderboards real quick. You see I'm third place. I'm actually tied with teammate, so big ups to him. Artemis is just way too big of a whale even for me. I'm not going to get close to him because he's level 405, I believe, if we look at his stats. Yeah, so 366, as you can see here. Mine are going to be 232. So pretty big difference in our levels in terms of damage, so that's where that's coming from. If you don't understand, the game actually scales you for the bosses, so you don't get to use your actual levels, which really sucks. He's actually a 405 account. I'm a 366 account, so there's the big difference in damage, just mostly due to level. Now, let's talk about the boss, okay? The strategy that you have to understand about this boss. There's a little bit of manual and a little bit of auto involved. I'm going to show you guys in my clips of where you should manual and where you should auto, okay? So boss skills. Thunderground Hammer tramples the earth, dealing thunder damage to all enemies, inflicts paralysis on the target, and reduces damage, stacks up to 10 times. Now, if you hit that 10-time mark, you actually end up getting a stun for 5 seconds. This is where you have to kind of watch your marks and make sure you don't set it to auto, because if you set it to auto when you start a combo right before you get stunned, you lose that entire combo damage step. So you need to manual and kind of let it play out, get stunned, and then go back into that combo. So that's very important, guys, okay? Locks onto all targets on the field, stunning them for 3 seconds. This is kind of also one you have to look out for. And this is actually the one you really need to deal with. It's called Lightning Eye. So make sure, and I'll show you where you need to go manual, all right? It'll make a ton of sense once you see it. And then lastly, Thunderclap fires an electromagnetic shock in the air, creating a thunderclap that crashes onto the ground and deals massive damage to all enemies. Enemies take an extra 15% damage for each paralysis they're inflicted with. If an enemy's paralysis count to 10, they are executed. So you need a debuffer or someone that can actually cleanse you here, okay? So let's go to the leaderboard, and actually I'm not going to bother using my team again. I want to save these challenges for the free-to-play portion. Let's just look at the team that I used, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and show you my stats. Gen is my main damage dealer. Gormagala Ken is the backup damage dealer. Bison is there for his skill 3, and Elena is there to heal and cleanse. You see here, she does a ton of healing here to keep you alive. Now, in terms of the actual EX moves I used Gormagala Ken's EX. I use the Vigilante to get more super when I get stunned, and I also use the Potato to get healing and a shield in case I die. Okay, so here's the replay of the fight, guys. I just want to show you guys how it works out and where you need to manual specifically. I'm going to go ×2 here, okay? So Gen is going to be my main damage dealer. Starts off with his combo. Now, I forgot to mention the actual we'll go over the fighting soul you want to use for this fight, because all bosses you want to use essentially, because they're always at 100%. There's one soul that lets you do more damage as long as the boss is at 80%. Now look, I went manual here, okay? Right here. See, I got stunned. I didn't bother using it. So go manual after your first ultimate, guys, or your first full combo. Go manual until you get stunned, and then go ahead and continue doing it. He'll do one more stun throughout the entire fight, so you'll have to watch out for it. I believe it comes after your third EX move, which just happened. So we'll do one more combo here, and then he's going to perform a stun shortly. Okay, watch this. So this combo is going to finish, and then right here you're probably going to see a stun happen. Should be very soon. Okay, okay, so maybe it's actually 2. So the way it's gonna work, there it is. So it is the second one. Okay, so keep that in mind, guys. So it's your third EX move, then the combo following that, you want to go manual. let the stun clear out, and then you can perform your specials there, and then complete your combo. That'll actually maximize your damage, so you don't finish the combo up. Now, as you can tell, I'm stuck in third place with the same amount of damage as T-Main, so 87 million. So that's what I want to do. So now all my characters, I'm going to show you guys my pay-to-win characters real quick, and we'll compare them to the free-to-play ones, okay? It's a huge difference. So Bison, you can see here, 31, fully maxed out, factional. This is the actual... broken formation is what you want to use. Always use broken formation as your main fighting soul for these bosses. You will do way more damage. If you don't know what it does additional 18% damage. If the boss has 80% or more, they're always at 100%, so you're going to just do way more damage using this anyway. So make sure to maximize your damage. You equip that on all your characters, okay? So there you can see Ken, full thing, same things at 33. Again, same thing, full faction set, tier 2, 30. And then of course Elena, right? So you can see here fully maxed out. Now the team I'm going to use for the free-to-play section is going to be the following. It's going to be Zangief. You can see his gear, nothing. He's got really nothing going on here, okay? So nothing special here. Evil Ryu, or Mad Ryu, I should say, sorry, not Evil. He's got pretty good gear, actually, so he's probably my most maxed out character here, but surprisingly enough, he's not going to be doing the most amount of damage. As you can see, I got broken formation on him there. And then I'm going to use Elena, of course, for the healing, so they survive. And she also a plus 30 offers Battle Dance, which gives me more attack power too. So definitely a really good buff to have for this fight. And then lastly, I'm going to use Cammy. Cammy, if you don't have her built, guys, look at this gear. It's useless gear. Like, it's really, really bad gear, right? So if you don't have her built, I highly recommend, excuse me, you work on her and get her maxed out as soon as you can, because she's definitely worth the resources and the time to get her going, okay? So definitely focus on Cammy. Now what I might do here real quick, just for the sake of trying this, is I might take away Chun-Li's gear. So let's actually remove Chun-Li's gear for 1 second. I'm going to toss it on Cammy. I want to see the difference in damage if Cammy actually has pretty good gear on. Let's see. Oh no, she's not agility, she's tech. So let's go back here. Let's go quick equip. Back. Let's see who has decent. Yeah, you know what? Let's use hers. Let's go there. Or who else? Actually, maybe Rose. No, but Rose is all divinity. So we'll go ahead and put this on Cammy for now. Okay, so quick equip. Let's put that on Cammy for now. And let's just, for the sake of seeing how she does with a little bit better gear, what my numbers look like. So what I'm aiming for here, realistically, is roughly about 42, 43 million as a free-to-play player on this battle, okay? It should be technically around half of what I have, because the rest of my units are all fighting spirit plus 30, plus all maxed out gear, plus all maxed out vehicles. I forgot to mention that. All my vehicles are maxed out, okay? So these characters don't have maxed out vehicles. So let's give this a go. Here's the team. I'm going to use Rose as an assist because I like her tarot cards. I'll put Jury on Ryu. And here's my setup, okay? So it's Cammy special. It's going to be healed by Elena. It's going to be Cammy single. And it's going to be Ryu special at the end, okay? Now, I could go the opposite. I could go Ryu here and Cammy here. We can even try that and see if that does better. I think Cammy actually has a better ultimate anyways. But let's give it a go and see what happens here, guys, okay? So same setup in terms of the actual EX moves. You can change this up. If you don't have Gormagala Blast, you can change it to like the Charm, or you know, if you have Breath of Rage, you can try that out even. So as much DPS you can put out, just put an extra heal in there just in case you need it. That shield is very helpful, okay? All right, so let's jump in and take a look and see what we do here, all right? So again, I'm gonna use Cammy first for her ult, okay? No crits there, which is really, really bad. Now again, after this first ult, as like I mentioned to you guys, go manual, okay? Don't even bother going auto. Let this finish. Get your stun out of the way. There it is. Go back to ultimate, and then continue doing this, okay? Let's see what we can pull off. I might be able to do pretty decent damage. It's also going to depend a lot on if Cammy gets her armor breaks off. If she doesn't, then it's going to be a little bit less damage. But again, my aim is about 40 to 42 million, okay, as a free-to-play player here. So, or free-to-play units, I should say, sorry. And that should be kind of your goal anyways as a free-to-play account. There's a stun. Again, went manual. You saw that? Okay, so that was perfect timing for that stun. Now let's see if I can pull off enough damage here to get what I'm trying to get at. Okay, so that's good. So everybody died right at the end. So let's see where we're at here for damage. Look at that. Better than I thought, actually. So 444. So that's the team I would use right there, guys, as a free-to-play player. Again, my gear is completely crap. Like, I don't have any, like, even if I go back and show you Zangief and Elena, they're not even geared up either. So let's go back and take a look here. You saw my Zangief, actually. My Elena, look at this. like the gear is crap too. Like I don't have really good gear. If you actually were geared up with the proper sets, like T1, T2 maxed out, you could probably with that team pull off close to like 70 million, no problem. So that's the way I would set up that team, guys. I hope this video helped you out if you're struggling with this boss. Again, going to manual after the first combo, and then going to manual after the first combo, after all 3 EXs are done, is the best way to avoid that stun and get the most damage output on that boss. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed the video. This is Pain. Have a wonderful day, guys. We'll talk to you soon.